Well, hello there, tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and welcome to the best of Blitz. This is going to be a new series on my channel where I go over the top replays that are sent to me by you out there. Yes, you, the viewers of my channel, can in fact send me replays that can possibly be featured on my channel if you join the Discord server. I will link it down below in the comments and description below. With that out of the way, today's video will be on two fantastic replays, one in the Leo 1 and one in the T100 LT, both tanks being extremely hard to do well in, but very rewarding when you can. So, starting off with our Leopard 1 game here, you can see the driver of both of these games will be Bay, who is a very, very good EU player who graciously sent me these replays to showcase to you. So, if you like this type of video, and of course, if you like my other kind of content, then please do subscribe to the channel because it supports me a crazy amount. But with that out of the way, let's get into this first battle. And we are on mines in the Leopard 1, which is not exactly the ideal situation for the Leopard. You obviously don't have any armor, and Bay is going to do what a lot of people do in the Leo or any other medium tank, for instance. You're going to try to take the hill, right? It's just the logical decision, especially when you see their team has slower tanks than you. Their Progetto 65 obviously doesn't have the mobility that the Leopard has, so Bay plays very smart, and he does take the hill instantly. Unfortunately, our Progetto found out what happens when you don't take the hill quick enough, and he gets completely nuked. However, we are seeing that our Leopard player here is getting some juicers into the IS-7. And he's going to completely farm this guy out for poking the mid-hill there. And you can see Bay is not bleeding any HP right now. He, obviously, being in a Leopard, doesn't want to lose any HP that he doesn't need to, because endgame situations in the Leopard are very tricky, especially if you don't have your HP saved. So you can see here he's getting a very, very nice shots into this VK here, and he does a fantastic job of shooting just at the right moment before the VK is going to poke him and shoot him back. So there you go. You can see he's not poking this VK because, again, don't want to lose HP when you don't have to. So he's going to wait here until he is unspotted. And honestly, a very smart play there. I know what he's doing. He's trying to bait the VK into shooting him so then he can poke out. So here we see the Progetto rolling around the corner, and this is not a good thing to see. You can see here he's losing a ton of HP. That's just the power of auto reloaders and auto loaders. They can just get away with doing this. They can just YOLO and completely ruin your HP pool. And this is actually going to hurt him in the long run. You can see here he's only at 813 health. Luckily for him, he does bleed the Progetto out to a one-shot there if he does high roll. So that's good. However, what's not so good is this VK. You can see Bay is aiming for the track wheels of basically any opponent he can, and that is a very, very smart thing to do. If you are in a battle and you have the opportunity to shoot someone's track wheel, tracking them in place is going to make a huge difference for not only the outcome of your own battle, but to help your teammates out when it comes to farming damage. You see, when a player runs out of a track repair or the ability to repair their tracks, more than likely, if they get, or if they poke, and then they get tracked in the open, they're not going to be able to do anything about it, and it gives your teammates the ability to shoot them for free. You can see here, now that their VK is dead, their 268 has suddenly decided to play super, super aggressive, and he is getting completely gamed on by the Leopard 1's accuracy. This tank's accuracy, especially with its reticle Cali consumable, is quite insane. However, Bay hasn't used his reticle Cali consumable yet, so you can see even the accuracy without it is absolutely amazing, and he gets a lovely high roll there for 423 right into that 268. And oh boy, what is this 183 doing? This absolute goofy player right here tries to shoot the Leo's turret here, but just completely misses. Gotta love 183 players, am I right? You can see here, again, he's going for the track wheels. Any repair kits that he can use, or that he can waste from the enemies, is going to be beneficial to him. And oh my gosh, he gets a super lucky bounce for 690 from that 268. That will, like, never happen in the Leo. That is completely luck-based. Very, very lucky there. And basically means that his HP is saved, and he hits a really nice shot into that 183's turret as well, bringing him up to 7,000 damage. Yes, you see that right in the left-hand side of your screen there. The fact that he's at 7,000 damage is quite insane, and he's not going to stop there. You can see this Yag player is pretty much one of the worst Yag players I've ever seen. I don't know what he's doing, driving out into the open. And you can see here, going for the track wheel once again. You can see how easy and how beneficial it is, because he was able to, unfortunately, bounce that shot, but he was able to get out another shot before the Yag turned around, just because he tracked him in place. So now he's in a bit of a sus situation here. He isn't spotted. However, the enemy players are smart enough to blind fire the bush where he possibly will be. You can see the Yag does just that. However, since the Yag did shoot, Bay is now able to get a free shot into him. Unfortunately, he misses that hatch shot, which is really, really sad. And he's going to poke the 100, which is honestly probably not the best play. You can see here, in this sort of situation, I know it's a tense situation, but what I would have tried to do is repositioned. Repositioning is always important, and you can see here, unfortunately for Bay, the E100, in fact, blind fires the same bush because he kept poking it over and over again. Very, very sad defeat. He was able to still dish out 9,500 damage. That was insane. Like, he still aces the tank, obviously does top on the team with that, and oh my gosh, the rest of his team did literally nothing. And the enemy team, the E100, actually got a decent amount of damage. So a very crazy first battle, especially in the damage department. Next up, we have a replay, again from Bay, in the T100 LT this time. This is a tank that I just did a review on, and in the current update, it is absolutely amazing. You can see here, we are on Castilla, or Bay is on Castilla for this replay. And Castilla, I hate this map so much. I will say this every single time I play this map. I absolutely hate it because it is so dependent on where your team goes and tries to support you, whether your battle will be good or not. And honestly, taking medium side is just so much better than taking C corner. If your team goes C side, good luck to you. Honestly, it's just such a sus map. You can see here, Bay is taking an absolutely gamer position right here. Manages to get up this hill, which I actually don't see many people do this, but it's a pretty funny position, and it can work sometimes depending on how much team support you have. However, Bay doesn't have any team support, so yeah, he's going to have to be extremely careful in this situation, because if enemy players like the 50B or 62A on their team decide to YOLO and he gets spotted, then tanks like that E3 can completely nuke him. And he is basically by himself, like I said, doesn't have much team support other than the 4005 grill and 215B. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Oh, never mind, it's Caro. I don't know how I got 215B mixed up. But anyways, you can see the 62A and 50B have still not spotted him yet. And this is the amazing part about the T100, is your camo rating is so fantastic. You can be literally, like, so close to the enemy players and still not be spotted. Like, you can see here, he just got spotted. He even shot his gun when the 62A was, like, right there, and he still didn't get spotted until just now. So obviously, he's going to farm out the 62 as best he can, and the T100's troll armor helps him there to get a bounce from that player. Very nice stuff right there. However, unfortunately, the 62A was still able to see his rear. Gets another lovely shot into God knows where on the 62A's side. Apparently that's a pen. Interesting stuff. And now we see the 4005 on his team is pushing up to support him a little bit. Gets the clear on the 62A, and the 50B is completely oblivious. So bro is now going to get farmed out by the T100. T100's DPM is absolutely fantastic, and it allows for you to do super well in these kind of farming situations where either the enemy players are on reload or they just aren't focusing on you, and that is where you will do best. So you can see here, I don't know what the Foch is doing. Bro is YOLOing through mid, but it's allowing Bay to get more farm into his rear. So now we see a full health 215B on the hill, and that's going to be an issue because that 215B can farm out a ton on his team, on Bay's team. And so what I would do in this situation, what Bay is going to do, is he's going to try to brawl this 215B. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, the 215B has HE, and that might not be the best idea, and that is very true. However, if you can even bait a couple of shells, you are in a tank with a lot of DPM, so if you can just get the right angles, and obviously if you can bait the 215B into shooting before you poke, then you will be able to win this sort of brawl. And especially because the T100 is so low to the ground, it makes it even more rough for this 215B to try to pen you. You can see here, Bay is doing exactly what I would do in the same sort of situation, which is try to side hug the 215B. However, he is getting some nice angles on Bay, meaning that side hugging is not actually an option. You can see here, he's already at 4,800 damage. However, it's only him and a Caro left, which is very, very unfortunate. Bay still has to clear out this 215B before he can even make any more plays. Unfortunately, he does take another shell, but luckily, he is able to pick up the 215B because Bro doesn't use the HE that tank has. Could have actually killed him if he just used more HE, but anyways, Bay's now at 5,200 damage, which is absolutely insane. His Caro teammate is taking a fat L, unfortunately, and it does get picked up by the Foch. However, Foch is now dead, and it's basically a 2v1. Their IS-7 has a ton of health, though. Full health, to be exact. Like, that's a really, really bad thing to see. Bay is obviously going to try to run away, and the best thing you can do in a light tank in this sort of situation is go unspotted, basically flank around the map, or go somewhere where the enemy team will not suspect you. However, because of this IS-7's decent mobility, that is almost impossible for him to do. He can't exactly run away from this guy, because if he does, the IS-7 will just have a free shell into his rear. So, best case scenario is to once again side hug the IS-7. You can see here the low profile again helping Bay out in this situation, and the insane reverse speed and just overall mobility is allowing him to completely dunk on this poor IS-7 player who honestly isn't doing the best job, because if I was this IS-7, I would have put my rear up against the side of the map and kind of scraped him off, but oh well, Bro is getting completely gamed on here, and you can see just with this full health IS-7, that has now brought him up to 8,200 damage, and all that's left is a Kron. Now, the Kron obviously did not have full health, however, he is not a one-shot, and the Kron, seeing as he has a clip, is going to be a super difficult tank to deal with, because even if the Kron misses a couple of shells, he still has more in the magazine. So you can see here, he really has to be careful. Bay luckily gets a free shell into the Kron before he's able to traverse and shoot him back. However, the Kron's now kind of in a hull down spot, and Bay's not exactly able to pen the Kron's turret anywhere. So, in this sort of situation, if I was Bay, I would be backing up right now, and obviously trying to get my camo reset so the Kron doesn't know where I am. I would technically go right, and I would keep going through mid here to try and avoid this Kron, but unfortunately, Bay takes some very bad pathing there, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, this was a super tense situation, so honestly, he did the best he could. Still did 8,400 damage, but to be honest, that was a very winnable situation. If he had gone right and gotten himself unspotted, then he could have surprised the Kron from a different angle, but either way, fantastic battles from Bay. Obviously, a crap ton of damage in both of these tanks, and really showcases how you can farm a ton of damage in tanks that don't have much armor going for them. So there you go. That is the best of Blitz episode 1 for you, and I think we started it off really strong. But like I said before, if you yourself has a fantastic replay, a clutch situation that you think would be cool to show on the channel, then by all means join the Discord server and put it in the replay review channel. I will go over those replays once every few weeks, and I will make a video showcasing the best ones that I think deserve to be in a video. Anyways, for any of you out there who are not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support content like this and my other types of videos, and stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.